Hello Mon Petite and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another fashion video. I actually have to thank one of you guys for today's video for giving me the idea for this video, because I actually get asked this question quite a lot and I thought it would be a really cool video to do. I was asked recently in a DM what I would buy if I had to start my wardrobe from scratch. I'm touching wood right now that this is never going to actually happen and this is completely hypothetical, but if I lost my entire wardrobe, my entire collection, what would be the first items that I would buy? And this was such an interesting question that I thought we can make a video out of this, because I do feel like when it comes to my wardrobe, I've been really adding in a lot of like foundational wardrobe pieces, capsule wardrobe pieces that I feel I can create a lot of outfits that I can really build from, that work hard in my wardrobe. So I've put together 10 items that I would buy if I had to start my wardrobe from scratch. 10 essential pieces that I feel like you need in your autumn winter wardrobe. So let's jump straight into the video because I think this is going to be a really fun one. Starting with an item that I feel like I cannot get enough of this autumn winter, and that is a cable knit cardigan. Now, I was thinking for a really long time whether I should do a cable knit cardigan or a cable knit jumper, and I decided to go for a cardigan because I was thinking if I have to start my wardrobe from scratch, I want to make sure that I can create as many outfits from this piece as possible, that it's going to be as versatile as possible. And I feel like a cardigan just has a little bit more wearability to it, like you can change it up a little bit more than you can with regards to a knit, because obviously you can have it done up and wear it more of like a jumper style, or you can undo it and wear it in so many different ways. So I've got two here that I absolutely adore. If you watched my last design haul, I did actually unbox a new cable knit cardigan that I was really tempted to include in this, but I feel like these two colorways are maybe a little bit more versatile and a little bit more classic. So first off, we have this gorgeous little Holland Cooper number. I actually got this last year and I've gotten so much wear out of. I love the fact that Holland Cooper have a bit more of like a slow fashion mindset, so they do re-release things. So I believe this is still available on their website. I will leave it linked down below, and it's been one of my most highly complimented cardigans. My sister's borrowed this off me, my friends always compliment it whenever I wear it, and it's one of those cardigans I feel like you can wear with anything. I've worn this over the top of dresses, just undone. I've worn it with jeans. I've worn it with tailored trousers if I want more of like a workwear vibe. It's such a workhorse in my wardrobe. And then a newer cardigan in my collection is this gorgeous little Lily silk number. This is a beautiful navy blue cashmere cable knit. And I do feel like cashmere is one of those materials that you just need to have in your wardrobe. It is a bit more of an investment, but it is totally worth it because it is so snugly warm without actually being really thick. Being a petite girl, I feel like I really have to think about the materials that I'm adding in, because I hate items that are really oversized, super chunky. I find that they are just so overwhelming on my shorter frame, but particularly in autumn winter, I am someone that gets cold very, very easily. So investing in a material that's going to keep me really nice and warm without adding huge bulk is so, so important. And again, I feel like this is one of those cable knits you can wear with so much in your wardrobe. Jeans, slip skirts, tailored trousers. The limit does not exist on how many times you can wear a cable knit cardigan, which is why I feel like this would be the first thing I'd add back into my wardrobe if I was to have to start from scratch. Next up, of course, we need to talk about denim, because I feel like every girl needs a beautiful pair of denim jeans in their wardrobe. And for me, I think the item that I would add first back into my wardrobe would be a wide leg pair of jeans. And the reason being is because we really need to think about how many different ways you're going to be able to style it up and down. And I do feel like wide leg jeans are one of those items that I feel like I can dress up for like an evening look. I can wear with something a little bit smarter to make it a bit more like date night appropriate, or I can wear it with trainers and a cute little cozy knit, and it is perfect for weekend styling, for daytime styling, which is why I think these are a little bit more versatile. For me personally as well, I love a dark wash denim, particularly in autumn winter. I just feel like it's so timeless, it's so classic, and it's very reflective of the season. I much prefer that like darker wash in this time of year. So for me, a pair of wide leg denim jeans would be the next item I would look to add into my wardrobe. I will leave linked down below some of my absolute favorites, because there are so many brands out there that do beautiful denim, beautiful jeans, but I know it can be a really overwhelming place to start. So if you are looking to add a new pair of jeans into your wardrobe, check out the description box, because I will leave some of my absolute favorites linked down below. I feel like this is going to come as no surprise to anyone that the next piece I would add is a slip skirt. I am the queen of the slip skirts. If you follow me over on Instagram, you will know that I style slip skirts with almost everything in my wardrobe. I find them such a versatile piece to have. You can dress up or dress down. Again, thinking about that versatility, thinking about how much cost per wear we're going to get out of those items and how hard they're going to work in your wardrobe. And I was thinking for a really long time about which colors I would recommend picking up and which colors I would probably look to add back into my wardrobe first. And I actually have to say, my most worn slip skirt, I was literally going through my Instagram to kind of prove to myself which was my most worn. It's actually my cream slip skirt. I feel like a cream slip skirt you can wear in summer, you can wear in spring, you can wear in autumn, you can wear in winter. So this has actually been my most versatile, but my current favorite that I cannot get enough of at the moment is a beautiful chocolate brown slip skirt. If you watch my autumn winter trends video, you will know that chocolate brown is one of the colors of the season, and I feel like it is every single autumn winter, so I know it's a skirt I'm going to get a lot of wear out of. I will leave these linked down below because I feel like slip skirts are such great pieces to add into your wardrobe, and when you know how to style them and kind of how to wear them, they again have limitless possibilities in your wardrobe. So I feel like they are a great one to kind of start anew with and a great one to create a lot of different outfits with. Next up, another piece that I cannot live without in my wardrobe, an item that I would run to add back in to my collection, is a mock turtleneck. I honestly feel like when it comes to autumn winter styling, these are the basis of 90% of my autumn winter outfits. I mean, I'm literally wearing one today, a beautiful like burgundy merlot color, but of course if we're thinking about colors, probably the most practical, most timeless color to add into my wardrobe is black. I feel like a black roll neck you can wear to anything. Like, I've literally worn this as workwear, I've worn this on date nights, I've worn this weekend styling, I've worn it with jeans, slip skirts, tailored trousers. You can wear these with everything, and they really are that foundational piece to have in your wardrobe that so many outfits are based off. Now, with regards to these roll necks or mock roll necks, I always call them roll necks, but I know they're like not actually, if you can see, they don't actually roll down. So as a petite girl, I do find them a lot more comfortable. I don't know about you, but I get quite claustrophobic if something is like too high up on my neck, and I feel like I'm giving myself a double chin. I almost feel like I need to like get myself out of my clothes. So I really love how high up the collar comes on this, and what I love about these is actually they are a high street find. And thinking about this kind of collection of pieces, I feel like this is the epitome of how I love to shop, because we have very high-low styling. Some of these items are a little bit more spenny, a little bit more of an investment, but a lot of them are actually from the high street and are super affordable, and just goes to show that to have an item in your wardrobe that is a foundational piece that makes up the basis of your outfits, you don't actually have to spend huge amounts of money on. In fact, if you haven't seen my latest high street that looks high-end video, I will leave it linked down below, because it is full of amazing high street options that look super expensive. So this would be the next thing that I would definitely look to add back into my wardrobe. Item number 5. We are halfway through, and with an item I had to put a lot of thought into whether I was going to include in this video, because I'm not going to lie to you. I was going through my Instagram thinking about what I get the most amount of wear out of and what I can create the most amount of outfits from, and this pair of trousers actually kind of surprised me. It probably shouldn't, because I know how much I reach for these and I know how much I adore them, but I really shocked myself at how many different outfits I can create from a pair of cream wide leg trousers. Now, I know some of you do get a little bit worried about spills. I constantly get messages from you whenever I wear them saying, are you not worried about spilling? Are you not worried about marking them? And honestly, no. If I get a spill on them, I'll use Vanish Stain Remover, I'll get the stain out, I'll take them to the dry cleaners. I can usually get the stain out of anything that I spill. If you wanted to, you could definitely swap them out for a pair of black wide leg trousers, or the color of your choice. Chocolate brown would also be really lovely, or maybe like a camel color. But for me, this cream color has been one of my most reached for pairs and most worn pairs, and I have worn these in so many different ways. I've worn them with a black roll neck, with a cute little pair of heels for more of like an evening look. I've worn them with knits and trainers for much more daytime appropriate outfits. Like, they really are such a chameleon in my wardrobe. And I've seen that Abercrombie have just released a gorgeous pair which is identical to this pair, so I will leave them linked down below, because I love the fact that Abercrombie always do a petite version of their trousers, so they're gonna fit perfectly if you're a shorty like me. But having a pair of trousers like this in my wardrobe, I do feel like it's actually quite an essential for me. It has become quite a capsule piece, and I'm as surprised as you are about that. So I do think a pair of cream wide leg trousers would be the next thing that I would add into my wardrobe. Now, I'm making this video under the premise that when I say that I have to start my wardrobe from scratch, that I have nothing in my collection, I'm also including my handbags. I'm touching wood right now that this never actually happens, but under the premise that I have none of my handbags from my bag collection, I was thinking really long and hard about what would be the first bag that I would add back into my wardrobe. What would be the bag that I would happily repurchase if I did end up losing it? And one bag came to mind, and it has got to be my gorgeous Mulberry mini Bayswater bag in the black, and I cannot tell you how much I absolutely adore her. I am very lucky that I have a lot of bags in my collection, a lot of handbags that I love, that I've used maybe like more so recently, or that I've kind of used for different occasions, but the bag that I feel like is the most versatile, the most practical, and probably the smartest investment that I ever made is the Mulberry Bayswater. She is such a workhorse of a bag. Now, this isn't the smallest size you can get. You can actually get like a mini, which is almost like kind of this size, like it's just a little compact version, but I have to say this is the best size to have. She is very Hermes inspired, which I hadn't really thought of before today, but like looking at her and the kind of strap and the like style of her, she's very timeless and very classic, and the kind of bag that again you can style up or style down dependent on your mood. I love her whenever I'm going shopping because you can wear her crossbody. She's a super easy bag to take with you. She's not a heavy handbag, which I really like, because I have some bags in my collection, like I love my Holland Cooper, but there is so much hardware on her that she is quite a heavy handbag without anything included inside of her, and I'm the kind of person that I like to fill my bags to the brim. So I love taking her shopping, wearing her crossbody. I love wearing her on the crook of my arm. If you want something a little bit more elevated for like evening wear styling, she is such an amazing bag to have in your collection. And I do feel like when it comes to designer bag prices, Mulberry is not one that makes my eyes water. Like, they are a big investment, but compared to a lot of bags like my YSL, that's literally makes my eyes water thinking about how much money I spent on that bag. And this, I would say, is a little bit smarter in terms of investment. You probably get a bit of a better cost per wear out of. So I do think this would be the first bag that I would look to repurchase, and the first one that I would add back into my wardrobe. But she really is the epitome of a capsule handbag. She goes with absolutely everything, and I honestly don't think I could live without her. Let's talk a little bit about shoes. And again, I feel like it's going to be no surprise that I'm including a pair of slingbacks in this video, because when I say that slingback shoes have been my most reached for shoe of the year, I am not joking. I literally wore these all throughout summer and well into autumn, and I know even in winter I'm going to reach for these whenever I want something a little bit more elevated and a little bit more stylized. Now, I've included both of these because this video is very much take it as you will and kind of tailor it to your own personal style. I know some of you girls much prefer the kind of like block heel version, but for me, I think it's got to be the flats. I just find them a little bit more versatile and a little bit more wearable. I'm all about the comfort. So for me, flat slingbacks are an absolute classic, but I do feel like these would probably be the first shoes that I would look to reinvest back into my wardrobe, because they have been such a workhorse in my wardrobe this year. And if you haven't been following me, you don't recognize these shoes, you are probably going to be really shocked to hear they are from New Look. I'm not holding up two pairs of Chanel's here. New Look high street shoes. They have been such a great piece to have into my wardrobe, and the fact that they're not even an expensive investment just makes them even more worth adding back into my closet. Next up is one that I feel like might surprise a few of you, and I do feel like needs a little bit of an explanation as to why I'm including a pair of knee-high boots in this video, and why I would say that knee-high boots are more capsule and more of a wardrobe essential and are more of a workhorse than any of my other boots in my wardrobe. Because if you're starting from scratch, again, you need to think about durability, you need to think about wearability, and how many different ways you can style them up. And I actually have to say that knee-high boots I find so much easier to style than any other boots that I have in my wardrobe. I have actually been able to wear knee-high boots in so many different ways. It's kind of surprised me, as well as you guys. Like, I love wearing them with slip skirts, I love wearing them with dresses, but I also find that you can wear them underneath trousers, and nobody actually knows that they're a pair of knee-high boots. They just see a beautiful pair of boots underneath jeans, underneath your wide leg trousers. They go with absolutely everything, and I feel like can be a real workhorse in your wardrobe. So I would definitely say a beautiful pair of boots. As you guys know, my favorite place to shop for knee-high boots is Duo Boots, because I love the fact that they are tailored to fit you. They are the absolute perfect size, so they fit underneath so many different pairs of trousers so nicely, and have just become such a staple for me. So I do actually think these would probably be the best thing to pick up with regards to your more kind of like elevated shoe, if you want to look a little bit more kind of like evening appropriate and to really really take you into autumn, winter. A pair of knee-high boots, an absolute staple. For me, there is nothing more classic than a pair of white kind of tennis style trainers. I feel like they go with absolutely everything. You can wear them with skirts, with trousers, with jeans, with dresses. They really are another workhorse pair of footwear, and that is really something you need to think about if you're starting your collection from scratch. What are going to be those items that you can wear with absolutely everything? And let's be honest, a pair of white classic tennis style trainers are one of those pieces. And lastly, the 10th item that I would add back into my wardrobe is another one that required a lot of thought, because if I was only going to have one outerwear piece in my collection, it would have to be something that would work really hard in my capsule wardrobe. And I think the item that probably works the hardest for me is my trench coats. They literally stand the test of time like no other coat I have ever owned. They can be worn dressed up or dressed down, and I feel like they are such a versatile piece to have. Not only is it great that they are waterproof as well, so you don't need to worry about like a woolen coat that could get ruined in the rain, but you can also layer these up a little bit if they're not quite warm enough, which is why I think they're so much more versatile than any of the other coats I have in my collection. So I've got two that I couldn't quite decide between. If you have a bit more of an unlimited budget, if you think money is no option, and I just want to get something super classic, super timeless that's going to last me decades, it's got to be a Burberry trench. You can pick these up a lot more affordably from places like Bicester Village or online retailers like Vintage. You can get them secondhand. But if you want something that's maybe a little bit more affordable, still an investment, but not quite as much as the Burberry, my Suzanne trench is one of my most reached for coats. I got this maybe 2 years ago and I've worn it so much. They do it in a few different colors, so if you feel like khaki green is maybe not quite the right color for you, you're not going to quite get enough wear out of, you could also get it in black, I believe, like a creamy color, maybe a camel, something similar to the Burberry. They have maybe a similar colorway to the Burberry. They've got loads on their website. I'll leave them linked down below, but this is a trench that I just absolutely adore, that has gotten so much wear out of my wardrobe. This is the definition of a workhorse for me. So I do feel like a trench coat would be a really smart investment when it comes to your outerwear, and would probably be the first outerwear piece that I would look to add back into my capsule wardrobe. So those are the 10 items that I would add back into my wardrobe if I had to completely start from scratch. 10 essentials to have in your autumn winter wardrobe. It was such a fun video to film because I feel like I really had to think about those items that I can get the most amount of wear out of, that I can style up, I can style down, and I can wear in so many different ways. So I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. All of the items will be linked down below if you do want to shop any of them. And if you got to the end, comment essential down below in your comments. I always love knowing who makes it to the end of my videos. I feel like you guys are the real OGs, but I'm going to leave you there. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.